The question of replacement needs to be understood carefully. This question goes like this. Let us assume that in a vessel there is an alcohol solution which has 40% alcohol concentration. Some part of it was replaced by a 10% alcohol solution, which means replaced means the equal quantity, some quantity was taken out from the vessel and the equal quantity of 10% alcohol has been substituted back. So the total quantity of the solution in the vessel remains the same. That is what replacement means. Now we see that this solution can be divided into two parts, part A and part B. Part A represents the replaced quantity, and the replaced quantity will have 10% alcohol, and B represents the leftover of original solution after the replacement. But the leftover of original solution will also have 40% alcohol in it because the solution is considered to be homogeneous solution, right? And now the question may be, the last line is also very important, therefore I am writing the question here on the board itself. The question will be, if the resultant solution now stands at 30% alcohol solution, then what fraction of original quantity was replaced? Now let's look at it. A has 10% alcohol, B has 40% alcohol, and finally the solution is 30% alcohol. So once again we make the equation like we did in the previous case, which is the alcohol content of A plus alcohol content of B should be the alcohol content of A plus B. We always have to make the equation on one of these constituents. Here the alcohol is the one on which we are making the equation. So the alcohol in A is again 10% of A, alcohol in B is 40% of B, and alcohol in A plus B will be 30% of A plus B. We simplify this and then we get 20A is equal to 10B, so A upon B is equal to 1 by 2, which means what fraction of the original quantity? Which means the question is precisely talking about that A is the quantity replaced divided by the total quantity. And if A is 1, then B is 2. That means this fraction will be 1 over 1 plus 2, which is 1 over 3. And that's my answer for this particular question. The same question can be solved by the allegation as well, which means some 10% and some part is 40% alcohol solution. The resultant we get is 30% alcohol solution. So the ratio should be 10 by 20, which means 1 over 2. This is the ratio of A by B. So once again we arrive at the same result. And using this result, we can understand that A divided by the total quantity will be 1 over 3 again. I hope that makes sense.